You are very much welcome to the Youth Stake, the 3rd edition. The past week, we've been sitting together here as Youth of Ghana to discuss and to take decision to know what the various political parties have got for us, especially the main two political parties that have had opportunity of ruling this nation, MPP and NDC. What has been their policies towards the youth? What has been their impact towards the youth? In fact, what has been the consequences of every decision they make regarding the youth, and how has it helped us or otherwise? And we have been observing and considering and discussing various areas. Today is another special day that we expect you to take a very good seat. Dear Kunya Papa, let's na yenye the 3rd edition of Youth Stake, and promise to be another great and awesome day. Your name is your name. Last week, unfortunately, we couldn't have so much time. More viewers and listeners, and so bam. Na dear, any producers in adding 30 minutes will be dedicated for interaction. And one message. O asembika ye ready ne fabra na ye nkasa enne ade a ye ba be consider mainly two political parties are from NDC ni MPP no Nana Akufo-Addo ese ope president edi for the 2nd term tiento abano President Mahama enso se ope president edi ebio etiento abano na Ghana constitution demand say also mubia fa obi a friend running mate as nyakopon ye onpa kra dom na Ghana for to abama na baba ye the vice president of the nation. Nana Akufo-Addo, President Akufo-Addo afa Dr. Baumia so on the 2nd term. No President Mahama ene emisata ene koye na memfa Dr. Misata kra NCA ene oni ho President Mahama Queen Papa Frefreno, Professor Jane Naana Opoku Ajimai. Mamia or former Vice Chancellor of UCC. And was a former Minister of Education. And he ende ye pesi ye to take it. Professor Jane Naana Opoku Ajimai and Dr. Baumia. Mabunu emudia hin ye de reshema omu hwan ene ye mfa ye ninto no so. If he say Ghana Constitution can say China, Omu President will be here to quite know ni hakra na a vice president take over. It take decision for the nation. So that person is so as important as the nipe to abamano. Etienne and Koma Babedino. Dear Kunya, Yanhwe Dr. Baumia chiri, he found a war no, and he for crown will free. Now go school or hefa, the dear no way on a brabo. Professor Jane Naana Opoku Ajimai, a hefa, and I war no. Infant will free. A day and wire what in life, na school crack could do say. Eti Mwakwa baby about Youth Stake and to start with, ye war Reverend George. Oh yen tem and on your neshas here. Na or no dear, the ana all your discussions. He comes up with facts. Data say Ofriha no mouse source now check here the same thing now behave. And no, we are starting with the first check. Thereafter, no, na my introduce you a ma phobia, actual near discussion. Amisha, Rev,
Sammy,
you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
Nyamiadum and Yashayi.
Wow, great. Welcome once again to Youth Stake.
Thank you.
Today's edition.
Thank you.
Now, and the two running mates for NDC and MPP. Ye bepe se obeme ye mre kakre di animu no. Be me hu the background of these two individuals, Alhaji Dr. Baumia and Professor Jane Naana Opoku.
Okay.
Ajimai. The we so a na ahwe track record na afi ya to aso. Nti Okay,
me da se wo akwanya sonko a wo dia mame se ye mene Ghana for enche nimde kakra yi na ye wo na sidie usi efa kan ye no say wo hwe ye vice president na say ekoba ne say omampani eni oman yi mu a omuna omohwe n'echi enti no yeyi eye nkofobia omohuhia oman na nkasa enti no say obi saa no epese or running as presidential candidate be running mate na say ono so no otimi du empempen so bi a ye na ye betimi ye ni baji abeka say oh ye vice president eni enti no obra ye nse bre no ye nhwe bebia ye wo Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia hefa kra na okọ school adwuma ben kra na ye ansa na oba be di vice president we mu na ehunhia say wo hwa Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia ye wo no October 7th 1963 Tamale.
October 7th.
Yes, October 7th 1963. Exactly. I say yenya independence we ye ene wo no. Most often oma ye wo mu before independence ye from BBC born before computer for.
Okay.
It no enye nwanwa bebre say the niji computer ne digitization ni ade.
Okay.
It no ye wo no Tamale no ne papa edi Alhaji Mumuni Bawumia.
All right.
Na ne mama din eso de Ajia Mariama Bawumia. Na okọ school kra wo ne papa kra ne hwan. Na ne papa lawyer ni osan ye church ni esan ye politician oye amanyosem. Etino Dr. Mahamud Bawumia ekọ school Sakasaka Primary Tamale.
Sakasaka Primary
Tamale. Tamale. Owie ye no na okọ Tamasco. Okay. Tamale Secondary School. After horum na okọ UK okọ ye say diploma Association of Friends and Chartered Institute of Bankers hono nya ni diploma.
It is Dr. Bawumia am tertiary education tertiary school bia Ghana.
Information na ye woni enche say okọ school Ghana information bi sa no wo ho dia ye nsan kan ye ye wono na ye de to abonten entino mesre etifo so say wo contrary fact bia ubetimi e dia ba ye na ye esua de entino osan ye after say okọ school no obi a na niji enhumasua hu yi ankasa enti no owie no wanfa so ho a na okoye ne first degree economics Buckingham University in 1987.
Okay, all in UK.
Yes, all in UK. Na a man danso and I said a man ye ni passroom kumbi ne first class onya wo economics mu. Na same economics ye course bia enya better sa intini so obitimi nya first class economics mu na say ne nwoma sem no ekonkan oyobi a ope adesua.
Okay.
Entina to de bia be hu se nkofo bebre etimi ko economics o mu nwie no mo agyae but ne de no otimi wie ye. No wie ye no so no wanfa so wa otoa so ko Oxford University. Na Oxford University honum no so no okoye economics. Na say ne life mu na no hwa akoye bank economics
into finance man purely that's
exactly. It's a man economics na se enti ne de okay na no to de bi no begina nipa domani no okasa be fi se e bia de oka ni finitrim eye enhumasua bi a wasua emre bi atwam e na ema ne sa nimdie na etimi ma no eden etimi kasa no enti no owie one fans one okọ Simon Fraser University of Vancouver British Columbia and okoye ni PhD ewo honom no enti no owie ni PhD no one fans so ha oyo esan say oyo obi nso a opese o contributing ni quota edema oman no na the world at large enti no o kochire ade kakra na ne expertise monetary economics say me breaking it down na me pese me chew say economics aspect a hwesi de ye klasika eso enti no eno na o hwa motivating no na finally obewie Bank of Ghana.
So main break you out, then you want to suggest there are various aspects of economics.
Exactly. Your international economics, your energy economics, your petroleum economics, financial economics.
But
the expertise no monetary economics. So monetary economics monetary economics is macroeconomics ase. So we have macroeconomics a little bit of monetary and fiscal policies near enti no oyobi a oba bekasa utimu say ot theory na se and ot practical no so no ase enti no de obeka bia na utimu say esipi esita enye ade bia mesrameka obo ni trim e de aka bibi pacho what the make
aha
enti no owie ni PhD no e na obeye lecturer kakra e wo my friend say Emil Wolf College of Accountancy or England.
Okay.
It is so
yeah, that's a big place.
Utumu say addition e wo ni mojem. Obi opa addition bia no ya na opese nimdie a we nya no. Ono so no pass on that nimdie no edema nkofo foforo. Enti no ofiri honum na one IMF for ekoye adwuma e wo mo research department say economist. Now IMF answer na obenya adwuma kwa wo hono na say ya very good background check. You say we a solid guy. When you're solid, I didn't mean for IMF. Okay. It's enough for him to have even worked over there, no HSA or Yobia, now or Sombo.
So all this, so I can see that the man was just gathering some international
reputation,
experience, and expertise,
exactly
at the various places.
Exactly. A few machine and a deba a juma same.
Because whoever has done ACCA, Obi or ACCA, can't move the person who work on the institution we are talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know, if you on now, oyo obi a osanwo etsema en emane man no Ghana no on a Bank of Ghana central bank no ebeye adwuma e sign economic background no obi a why economics bia ne die so ne say that should be on a Bank of Ghana ebeye adwuma into Ghana no on a Bank of Ghana no beye adwuma as economist or rising through the ranks and oba senior economist.
Okay.
And a promote no at the come as special assistant of the governor as at that time.
Okay.
And you know 2006 on baby. And our president J. Ekufuor a power no say deputy governor. Now
2006.
2006. That was at a very tender age. And you know so she will be a 1963. 2006 14 years back. And you know say and they say watra in the 50s say it's me can bibi etro say oyobi a oshabrabo no ase entem. And you know His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Bawumia eyonipa bi a say ye kan asem ye kan asem a na wakoyo obi a wakwadre ewo economics emu. And you know ya na okasa kan bi na opeso che say oti economics na say.
Okay.
Enye de sebi ohunu kwa na oka eho asem.
Okay. So that's about Dr. Bawumia.
Exactly.
But what about the time or adwuma Bank of Ghana
exactly.
As deputy governor. So of course that's 2006. So I think it was what 2008. And President
Kufuor man can a political life is say Mijidi say it's ye for mo hwe age ebia omo sebi omo ani emfie bebre emfansa omo afino mo wi SHS no na esan say na ne modembo eso ani ntino na adodankwa Akufo-Addo your excellency ehun say adepa bi wo sa abrantie ni
sure
because sa abrantie na sa time no abrantie ene kra no guso ya abrantie ohun say adepa bi wo ni mu a say otimi eda leadership skills a ono so wo no edi esan say wo central bank ono ma de wo de na otimi ya na fiscal and monetary policy eno pa na etimi ehun hia. But then there are other aspects of the economy so as office ehun hia so a our expertise a obetimi di nimdie ne ade a owo no edi aba enti no His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo e power no say ne running mate e wo 2008 general election ni mu Fofi Antoata nyama nkoyi ama NPP in 2008 ama omudi ncho na 2012 Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo His Excellency ese hu say no abrantie we adi papa bi still e wo ne mu a Ghana fo nya hu ye ntino se mitimi eda na di ede che ewiase na amansan hunu say obo bibia ano so no obetimi ede a che ntino 2012 no osa power no say ne running mate 2012 nso na electoral issues no eba ye kopie wo Supreme Court ntino ohoso na meka say ne star no so ebe shine very meka say very loud.
You and I were not there.
Yes, exactly. Be ye enfia enemrem say ye kasa na ekoba ne say ye di achini a mitimi ka say krache na me no ni na ni ho.
You and I were not there.
You and I were not there. Ntino ohono so no ye hu say sabi onyo obi a onim economics nko a oyobi a nadwe mu do or kasa the way I know defending MPP no with the your honor the pink sheet it's no
Mr. Pinch no we know from Mr. Pinch
exactly a person say economists eye adwuma say bibia no facts and data no modi adwuma enti no sometimes say ankofo fi say oye finchim dodo but enye say ebia oye finchim say bi ontimi monitoring enka bibi enti time bia no unhu say o kasa opese o de facts and figures eto ho facts and figures eto ho see be ya wo so no kwhwa obehu the same thing enti bibia ni ana 2012 petition results no no we first say o hwa pin sheet na say na pin sheet
we'll come back to Dr. Baumia.
Yeah,
so let's also have the background of
Professor Jane
Naana Opoku.
Okay, enti no before I make Professor Jane Naana Opoku Ajiman who asem no ma memfa congratulations kese emfa no esan say this is another timer onye the first person and I said onye the first female I appointing as running mate.
Sure.
But then this is the first timer NDC for Apau Oba say running mate in there so far as
Ghana political system is concerned.
And you know me man congratulations on her nomination as
same for me.
Exactly sabi ye mama ye na ye mama you know say it me e congratulations yes yes exactly nti ne be hwe ono so no na bakwasemu kakra.
Okay,
ye wo no 22nd November 1951 e Cape Coast.
22nd November 1951
Cape Coast.
So born before independence.
Yes, or BBC ni born before computer ni.
Okay.
Born before computer your terminal as BBC. Ye wo no oko school Anglican Girls Secondary School Koforidua.
Oh, okay.
And osamba Ebri Presby Girls School.
Okay.
Owie no
do free confin nam ka say bi ono no beko school Central Region baby.
That be okay oba Central Region oba Wesley Girls
but basically the Okono Eastern Region
oba Wesley.
Can you repeat that for us?
It's no ya wo no ko Anglican Girls Secondary School Koforidua.
Okay.
School secondary school Koforidua ansa na osamba Ebri Presby Girls School.
Okay.
Ansa na oba Wesley Girls Senior High School from 1964 ebepem 1971.
64 to 71.
Yes.
Okay.
From 64 to 71. On say omo time no sabre na semenka ni say O level ni A level.
But O level ni A level no. So A level you 5 years.
Yes.
O level O level you 5 years.
Okay.
Na A level you 2 years.
Okay.
So
that gap no into from 64 to 71 year almost 7 years.
Yes.
It's I don't know what might have accounted to that.
Okay, so possibly the 7 years account for the O level and the A level.
It is very
5
likely.
and 2.
It is very likely. Information war abonten so anko
detail.
Me sure say onanka say nya akwanya bi na okotena media platform bi so a ono so no ebe chechim.
Let's progress.
From honum no na oye BEd in English and French at University of Cape Coast. UCC. University of yes 1977 and Oye in the first degree.
Okay.
And or twice so koye in master's and doctorate degree York University Toronto, Canada in 1986 and 1980 and 1986. There's a 1980 no in the masters no and a 1986 no in the PhD.
Okay.
1980
and we masters.
Yes. And 86.
So the 6 years in the way.
But and not necessarily 6 years, but also be on my or masters no be pese or be some or be duma kakra san. What twaso aye ni PhD no. Into from honum no and also epic up. Okay say say Oshana oyobi so ano so no neneji enhuma sunya ho.
Is there detail about what area or in masters and what area or PhD?
Okay, detail our bontin say ono no ne life ni na akoye English. She's a linguistic fan oyobi a neneji linguistics so into all her degrees
English
have
and French.
Yes, English related. Anything I told be a otumi kan.
The casa de o casa na na de.
Into ye na ye be French na. Yes. Ote brofo de otia menua eye ema sebi wo masua so no ekosoro because eno na ye de chair ade e school. Sebi ye mfatwi emfa nche ade with the exception of say bia ye be ye local dialect whether wo nkan ya ye nkan ye de be che ye ogan ye wo akan ene de ekeka ho. Enti no so wie ye no office me pese me academic ye can academic obi o pese o chiade most often high profile you fan say university suapon mu o pese o chiade o university you know or starting the national service e wo University of Cape Coast as a teaching assistant
Okay.
Me so no me national service na me so me teaching assistant ntino obra me hu say ya powers running mate me ne pa me see me
that should be able to be vice president.
That should be able to be vice president amana ye.
Wait your vice president that should be
amana ye that should be
those who are dreaming to be presidents, please consider vice president here. He's economist too. Who you going to do what the president is doing for Ronaldo?
Ntino me hu say coming from a teaching assistant background and coming from an academic background. Oyobi a managing home baby.
Okay.
Sebi ne nefi obetimi aye na mame. Despite the fact say you na sometimes no we learn to disagree no. I believe say as youth no emra so say you would also be practicing the kind of politics that enya temidie. Facts and figures to say there will show you a city.
Sure.
Facts and figures yet no and yet
sure.
It's no the teaching assistant job no and TA onya ejuma wo UCC say lecturer. Now we're rising through the ranks from lecturer, senior lecturer, wabe HOD, head of department, wabe dean da, wabe dean of graduate studies and so we're rising through the ranks mani bedi VC vice chancellor. Esuapomu the highest ranker
anybody would dream for
a vice chancellor. Obia owo esuapo oyedmo esuapomu dachin as obompa said that be no oba be vice chancellor.
Sure.
I don't know yet rising through the ranks. You know, so sha and the woman students in wa quadri rising from the various stages no and na we bedu salement no. Na anso ho na minim say ono so no nani politics ho sa owie ne vice chancellor Vincent na na omampeni dada Mahama ehun say okay mami me feel say yes at the pebi wonu mami so me ma no akwanya no omesom Ghana man entino oho na 2013 John His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the term ono na obeye Minister of Education na enyema ono so beye Minister of Education o me na oyedi nkomo no ye de eno so no ebededi entino ebetudwa
okay
entino osan so ye member of a lot of associations so share a friend is saying Ghana Arts and Science Society or a member of English societies bebre one can say or research so ubehu e dia fa no ntino we no ye me born to fa we no ye ni personal life ye mba political life no ntimi ye sure say bia
so can we go into that
okay
nyamia dom Dr. Baumia enya akwanya asom Ghana for nyamia dom Dr. Baumia wanya akwanya asom Ghana for even say 3.5 years ago 3 years from 8 months money away Professor Jane Naana Opoku ajimanso enya akwanya enso asom Ghana for as Minister of Education 4 years. Let me just let viewers know that WhatsApp number is not meant for calls. We beg, just send your WhatsApp message and we'll read that search for you. Don't call that number. Thank you very much. So, also Nyakwanya Asum. What has been their background and what have they done? We can talk about.
Same medasi bebre na se uhwemu a enano na mehwe TV station bi na mehwe TV station bi na eye ye ina ye chairman wuntumi e ka say this year election no ebeye election bi a ebeye based on science and data entinu ye ka science and data ya na me pese ye very factual. This is the first time ye nya presidential candidate omo we di bi pen na osan aba ene obi a ono ankasa eteso a osan pre and this is the first time in so ye nya presidential candidate we nya ministerial position and obi so vice president ese omo ina no omo nya akwanya e de asom oman no
okay
now before me ko deep no me pese mehwe meka se wo hwe enhumasua eye ade a ehu hia yi
okay
wo hwe aman bebre Japan, Taiwan, Singapore
okay
aman ye omo etumpon na eye enhumasua nti
okay
se wo hwe omampani Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia background there ono no economist.
Okay.
Nti say ye judge na ye be judge ni free from an economic perspective.
Okay.
And I say ye de ye ni hwe ebu enyama wa ya ye be hwe free economics the see the way see a handle oman no. Sa so na say ye hwe ye na ye maame Professor Jane Naana Opoku Agimanya. Yes, you ever say you be judging from education perspective.
Yeah.
And you know the tenor of as an education minister, no, and never be putting pa and obey.
That's what we want to know. I mean, it's a fair assessment.
Exactly.
Say, Bawumia touting himself as economist.
Yes.
And so he calls himself and not also address him. So we need to look at his contribution towards Ghana in terms of economy. And then Jane Naana Opoku so also no is educationist.
Yes.
And obey Minister of Education.
Exactly.
So we want to assess say on no time or track record anyway na it say.
Okay.
So if you can do that for us to really
just
go through.
Yeah, etefo ni ahwefo hwe ya on be kai say last week no na ye keka something related to the economy. Ye hwe macroeconomic indicators bi kan betimi a project data na ama etefo a anka many beje pa. Na ye kan bi to say GDP. Ye kan bi to say interest rate, ye kan bi to say exchange rate. Ye share agricultural growth rate, ye share my friend is saying industry rate. Etini say wo hwe the data ewo ye screen so na we hu say from Omampeni Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia Ebreso, that is from 2016. I elected now be taking office in 2017 be prem eneno. So wo hwe interest rate we say your interest rate no or picking up from 25.5 and about modern slashing back down to 20%. Down now we can say interest rate no insi hu a okojiska e wo bank yedi su hu e de ma say yedi ka
for now base rate is about 14%.
Exactly.
For now base rate is about 14%.
You know when we na extra ndwuma pa na odi. You know o say o judge no and I say ye yi na 10 and I say bu na 10 a nyema say na say de hwe because ono no this specialty no from an economic perspective. Into no to me nka say o the education judge no no you would not be so fair.
Okay.
It's no o san hwe from interest rate now hwe your GDP growth now. But say GDP growth no so no from that time now so no from 2016 obe take you over no utumi say from 3.45 no bomodian page mu kakra e de ko be 8.14.
That's the GDP now can one say.
Exactly. GDP growth rate bomodian page mu to 8.14.
Okay.
And so say about 6.26 and a some page and mu kakra to 6.48.
Okay.
Into the when na
economic acumen
and normal acumen as a prowess. It's a bonibeka say economic prowess. The person you who also economics now we
impact ben now
they break Ghana for and person
yeah.
Into the ocean is na we who say honum side no so obon ho modern ye pa. Now share agri growth rate so we say 2016 na oba be ye to abama MPP aban na omobaye no. Na agri growth rate was around 2016 was around 2.91. And because of Oye member and then head of economic management team, you know, because ordinary expertise, any issue huna okonya or Bank of Ghana na no the gugu akwemu to say na enyama ekoyi agric so no ekonenim about 4.82 and about 4.65 in 2019.
Okay.
It is also other macroeconomic indicators and as parameters. I said na prenso no industry growth so no ekonkan.
Okay.
Comparing for baby omo be fa free ye any baby omo de bedu
o the free hin offer free hin or the core hin
offer free 2016 na 4.33
industry growth 4.33
and or the bar 2017 or the bar 15.66
15 point. Oh, that's a huge jump.
Yes,
man.
a very leap jump it baby no make say baby o fa bibi free ye no any baby wo hwie no na hia entino sabi say obi ebe fa free baby current as at 2019 na industry growth rate 6.38.
Yeah.
Na out of ne 4 year term ultimately 0.2 per eka ho a on share that emborn ho modern bebre. esan so obi etimi aye from 4.33 e dey about 15.6 I don't say I no no show onipa ko no nim de a owa ye di buman enu nti na me sure say o san pre say mo nsan ma me akwanya na mensan ye running mate enfama his excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo enti no ye hwe ni say no na ye share other parameters be to say inflation na dey enti bo say almost all the macroeconomic indicators are ehu hia no Nina no there was
going well.
Yes, it is going well because of his sterling leadership. Nina is going well because of his sterling leadership.
So can we also look at
Prof Prof Jane Naana Opoku Ajiman profile. Prof Jane Naana Opoku Ajiman profile. See the American program way enye programmer ye propaganda to say stations be. But program be aba church nkofo no kre facts and figures solely. Pacho what is the American answer?
I know na can one say. That me nyina mezi amanfo was sending no. They are you making kind messages no, so you
intino say oh share Professor Jane Naana Opoku Ajiman profile no so from 2013 January 2013 January 2017 ordinary leadership as education minister about area no again na oyema Ghana.
That's what we want to know, because you see a for when it's hard because say a idea afei na onipa kro no eba be taking leadership position then over say e dey na waka say obeye but baby etise here no onipa kro no anya bi adida wanya kwan abesom da eti epese ye hwe say onya kwan besom ye no e dey na otimi ye and like we have said agreed, we want to assess her based on education, not based on economics, not based on finance, not based on anything. Juma dia de share in Sankasa no. E dia no timi de ye. Nti Rev, obe to aso hormone afi ye de section na bawe.
Okay. Nti no ye kan say no na say me born the tofa enyama or no so be ye Minister of Education obeye. Na niti anye ye obeye Minister of Education no onya a lot of challenges. Na time bia make say we a leader and answer we engineer. The ma we are okandini no challenges are we face and how you overcome it.
What's niti anye ni say?
Niti anye if you say during the time no yenya strikes na de ade bebre enti no ene na me can say niti anye ye nto honom no so no how no a man leadership styles no and say leadership skills no etosin.
Reverend atoaso. Na say niti anye de be chechirim da ache.
Okay. Enti no say ya hwa ne sa na 2013 obeye Minister of Education. Let me say ade ba ko a ye betimi ye de accredit no say e-blocks and 200 e-blocks na mama mampeni mama ka so obesi.
Yes.
As at the time oba be fees no na 23 pena we see, which is less everyone say across right be 12%. 12% oh yeah so na when you 12% over 100 and so any na say na the modern mono.
This is a serious F.
Yes, we fail F9 straight.
Serious F.
Until we WAEC exams na outro anka we fail
12%.
Aje wo control of deck. Enti no me who say akwenye ya osan press osan oba beye vice president no akoye say the second chance and I say wasi and I say WAEC for exams anka fail beginning of deck November December when me ntwa school akwenya.
Can we look at past rate for SHS?
Enti no ya kan sa no na mestre say producer or the beto honom so amaye na yetime hu how SHS students fared and I say modern bo ewo ne tenor ase no na etesen eno no e na ebetimi e di assess no na me kan say na nso no na me kan esi supi say or they or construct 23 e-blocks out of the 200 normal cars.
And some 25 or something were at various stages of completion.
Yeah, now your percent credit into no na ya can.
To can you have 47?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now also cancel teacher training allowances. I don't know if you are for no munya time. Me dey say mo be person mo be hu adekontia or cancel. Adekontia or cancel.
Next week we'll be handling teacher training college and teachers. Next week.
You know adekontia ono kra no etimi spend the time e won the candidate no and they say So we share NPP flagship program on the ba Bemuna. 2016 now. It was about education. And then this is someone who has education experience. And you know, if there is anyone in the history of Ghana, and that person could have performed best in the education ministry, like I said, Professor.
So give us the facts. I mean, give us the facts.
So wasi results are out from 2015. Pim sisi na producer Pacho ubetimi ede graph network akra ede amaya failure rate for mathematics and interscience. We no akoye adie baako a Pacho scroll back down kakra. We no akoye adie baako a mekane say most often SHS students mathematics and science courses bia nkofo etefeli pa. Enti no na ye hwe nkofo free SHS ebe na nkofo complain say already no
Rev, yeah, let's look at the
figure no. Enti no ye hwe data na from 2015 no o hwe baby are indicating the blue na no integrated science
okay
failure rate and the year painting as orange no and so no mathematics
okay
failure rate enti no and the down failure rate na say nkofo a omu entimi entwa sa insohwe no enti so hwe 2015 omu entimi entwa insohwe na 37% of the students are almost sitting for WAEC exams no entimi entwa integrated science
okay
yes entimi entwa integrated science
and our engineer day
and our engineer mathematics
okay and also you say
and also near 49%.
And what's the difference that we have in Ghana now?
You know, as at now 2019 I no say now osha failure rate now integrated science no now failure rate no eswate from 37% to 10%. Now it's 27% and if so and no actually policies apapa Ministry of Education and then anado amembo no ediegu akwan mu ema enhoma sua no ekonenim de ema nkofo bebre efeli mathematics and integrated science no approach na nkofo no edi sua de any resources nso na eni ho edema students no science say okọ science lab na okọ practicals na say hydrochloric acid na okọ weni hu see the hydrochloric acid esitia e be din kakra
medase pa yede we be see her while we move into the next section and I'll take some few messages now yede this session about we
okay
was a good day Honorable and Rev Jot watching live and really learning a lot. Keep up with the good work. You both are looking good. We thank you.
Some the other Roma.
I'll say hi from Kwakubaku Jr. of Wanse Asantia Chem South. The only leader who has empowered the youth is Nana Akufo-Addo. That's why we don't have unemployment graduate association. Yate. I'll say good evening. Kudos to you and the CEO of Funtumi. I am Samuel from Kumasi Sofoline. I pledge to vote for Nanado 2020. I pledge my support. Me see when I was applying, I need to consume mo. Mamo friend no. Emwa. What's any message be kind? Was a good show. Keep it up, Emmanuel. Dome Accra. Please, I want to talk to you after the show. Yo, Yati. Good evening, Mr. Sami. In fact, you can't compare Prof Jane to Dr. Bawumia. She is never near to him. His Excellency Dr. Bawumia is far better than her. Under him now, each and every one gets bank accounts. Also under her, the chalk was a problem. Form of Nana, China, Kwamo. You abusian for the can be kind the account. To Rev, Medasi, Yankupon Shrow. Abusian for we'll go for a commercial break and then we'll come back. Don't go anywhere. You stick. I feel now enjoy better. They're correct, but there are better ones ahead. Just stay cool and wait for us. Amayosem ehyehyehye ya ye etu Ghana man yi mu e de apempuntu ama Ghana man na ye kan puntu a ekuo ba ko a puntu wom susu ye pa e mabunu editi na same ben for me program ya to din the use stick ebrel nhye ya ma yo ko fo ahyehye no nsanso be ne wo mabunu so na mabunu kura chefa ene de yi program be hwese e be frefre student leaders former student leaders ye be kan SRC president ye be kan news president ye be free school company for ene mabunu foforo bi a ma yo ko fo nhyehyeye no e ho nsanso wo mo so ne ya hwe na no aboa ma mabunu atimi atake decision sa he fa na ye nyina te memenda ebe ene memenda bia ebo nonan ekosi no nsia Shamutu TV yensin kunya ni afa
Should the use take memenda biara ewia no nan ewo Wontumi TV.
It is said that leadership is cause and all other things are effect. Security is the fundamental basis for development around the world. The UN has got its Security Council to keep the globe safe. Tune in to Security Tips on Wontumi Television with me, Alhaji Irbad Ibrahim, every Saturday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Wontumi TV, Nyame and Sawu.
Watch Security Tips showing every Saturdays at 9 p.m. only on Wontumi TV. Wontumi Nationwide Sports showing every day only on Wontumi TV.
Shaki mempa matnati ema wo ma yesa duru ban mi wo boy shaki mi mfa bida nenti benka tachi a wa beti ya yesa didipu no na wa fa ade dese wu konsuo na wo yire te ho enti wanka sa hu ne sen mi mpa ko ka ko lo mi pa kontu abodi wutie me ema wo ma yesa du fo chia ye wo so mo be kumenya wo Maybe ye nyame anka meyi uti afiri so edit foforo abesi utiri so afiri se wo hunya fa ba akokora ena na make a kire This guy now too and Debbie, what that to fear? What do you mean? Hey! Nadia not as one year so. Hey! Osan, make up, sister. When him way I am for to find was at it and Suyaguso, not just a cycra. What does sorry and upon when we a chance say on Nadia and why? Oh, your phone was not a fool. What do you then? Maybe your body I was jeans, Mukra pigeons. But it tower!
Amayosem ehyehyehye ya ye etu Ghana man yi mu e de apempuntu ama Ghana man na ye kan puntu a ekuo ba ko a puntu wom susu ye pa e mabunu editi na same ben for me program ya to din the use stick ebrel nhye ya ma yo ko fo ahyehye no nsanso be ne wo mabunu so na mabunu kura chefa ene de yi program be hwese e be frefre student leaders former student leaders ye be kan SRC president ye be kan news president ye be free school company for ene mabunu foforo bi a ma yo ko fo nhyehyeye no e ho nsanso wo mo so ne ya hwe na no aboa ma mabunu atimi atake decision sa he fa na ye nyina te memenda ebe ene memenda bia ebo nonan ekosi no nsia Shamutu TV yensin kunya ni afa
Should the use take memenda biara ewia no nan ewo Wontumi TV.
It is said that leadership is cause and all other things are effect. Security is a fundamental basis for development around the world. The UN has got its Security Council to keep the globe safe. Tune in to Security Tips on Wontumi Television with me, Alhaji Irbad Ibrahim, every Saturday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Wontumi TV, Nyame and Sawo.
Watch Security Tips showing every Saturdays at 9 p.m. only on Wontumi TV. Wontumi Rhythm Bash, Ejuada Ekosi Fiada, Evia no miensa, Ewo Wontumi TV.
To the youth stake. First section, they are very here. You're so much welcome, and we are going to the next session. Before me introduce you, my guest for next section, I want to take some few messages, and then you're twice free honor. I said, please, you are doing a great job, but comparing Dr. Bawumia with Prof Jane is a mismatch. Dr. Bawumia is on a different level. I think you should compare her with Napo. Let us see if she can stand with Napo's achievement. From General Ban Ki-moon Esreso. General Ban Ki-moon Esreso. I say, I am Philip from Tema. I'm watching you live. This show is really educating us. Please, if you can silence it for me, Mr. Sami, please, I will take this platform to ask you for favor. Okay, I think we can talk later. Abusian 4, we are going to the next session, and I am privileged to be surrounded by some beautiful women, ladies who have had opportunity of serving at various levels in their lives, especially when it comes to educational level. Omanya kwanya asumomo kofo bra omoko school, and nyamiadom ene they are various places na ye can say student leaders are platform is there can no say for student leaders and former student leaders. I'm privileged to have with me Na and Muti. I will introduce them simply as such, but of course when they come you see their full names at the base. Muti. Muti, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
To the youth stake.
Thank you so much. I'm delighted to be here.
Now, how how's life been?
Abrabo dear, in fact, it's been good. Na nyame adom, ye school, ya nyoma bia ama yen sodo ye hu se ye koswo ya brabom.
Good.
Inti nyame adom bibia akoye.
Good. Congratulations on your masters. I mean, when you graduated, I've not had the opportunity of meeting you to congratulate you.
Thank you so much. Meba beje me parcel.
Parcel. Oh. All right. Now,
yes,
Rejoice, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
How has it been?
By the grace of God, it's been fine. Everything has been good.
But them a picture too. Facebook. I'm for some famous.
Oh.
I'm for some famous.
Yes, so.
So.
Yes, I feel.
Was I feel? Yo, Muti. We've had the first section of this program. This you stick. You stick. The area and say. You per se you share. Political parties, policies or more. Just here more year ne mano. And faso dear bay in the Wahoma and Mabunu. And faso dear Ben the Wahama and say ye ain't cry and I say ye Mabuna yes you go school. Ye we say every cry ye discuss what tremble hormone. But what tremble hormone wouldn't policy be a buy a babua, which me I can't be a chalak to be say. So 2 Nancy and not 2 Nancy a babua. The platform winner yen the yaji. Send your bad discussion. Na ye frame about Hana. You have led students. In fact, those who don't know, Mutinta happens to be the first female local news president of Kenya University. First female local news president of Kenya University. Now, so if you are in student politics, near Kenya University politics, what you see? The Kenya University politics, what you see? Now, especially when it comes to local news elections, where some selected few are chosen to really decide on your head. And the dynamics are come or blood pressure makes me consume the no time to do the elections. When the party didn't come, you know what to you. And it's easy. Witty.
Oh, may he so rest in peace.
Witty, I remember very well. Is it hall 7?
Aye.
Basement one more. I mean, what do you remember about that? Was that what? I mean, talk to us.
Oh,
that process. I was there.
Yes, I remember so well. Now, we say sometimes, election now. I was say, there's always a possibility say ube winning and ube losing. That is the reality. But say, wow, she Juma why? O shed the year before o kasa obe pese obe ko election. Now if o share o vision na o dey ba what ton ama delegates na and I say voters na you are confident say okay election we are me komuno. I am confident that I'm coming out as a winner. And you know on that day me sorry me bomb pie change me say nyame koya me queen me jani nyina hye unsim because now mema kentin cap 4 in the contest statement
Africa. I think it was Africa.
Yes,
yeah,
Africa. Yes, Africa.
Yeah.
Inti election no e ko ba ye see ye beto ye nto ya afi ye ko kan ya ba yi a me na ma winya that just say ni jesem ye da
because say now we try say grassack delegate ba beto na general.
Yes, inti no ye de wadi ase wadi na ye danase.
Oh, good.
No, yes.
We'll go into details. Now, you are also the first female judicial committee chairperson of UPSA. First female judicial committee chair of UPSA, and also became NUC's financial controller. And you took over from where? Is it Franca?
Yeah.
You took over from Franca, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. How was it like on campus and student politics?
Oh. Nyame adom ye fam do enye better sir because me kai UPS no me I think I contested with 8 gentlemen.
Sure.
8 strong men and 5 have to be voted for and then na wasa
akope
the chair. Na day na ye voting for chair ni dey na esoweni.
Blood pressure consoro.
But ni nyine mu no ye yusu o nsenta na e ma kwa like in leadership you have to use your brain sometimes to get what you want. And so that day, you know, nyama baako mienu miense bi a course na gentleman ni binu who say oh obetumi aye leader nti ye nto ma no. Nti in fact ye 2 years kana me kan me wanwa. Because among the 5 we didn't know ourselves, but because of some few things that went on there, no.
As judicial committee chair, were there any landmark cases be our handle ya like still you still remember? Were there
yes.
Significantly that year?
Well, it was on our I think that day, not that year, no, is, you know, no per se on-call electronic. But once all the Sanyamane be one cofobi raise the argument say it was on your piloting, now you say, and electronic so should be less expensive than the manual. And she accepted by Honomo and that day
that buy not electronic boy a manual.
Electronic ne boy then same manual. And as a student exactly nti utie both sides utie isi na utie nkofo no that day na e chair pa.
Omba for impeachment na.
Oh yeah. Omo ba say you review decision no to reverse back to manual. Into that day no come kai after the verdict come manda me hostel because oh yeah into me koda me clerk no.
Oh okay.
Yeah into challenges.
UPSA is also a school almost every year woman impeach president. I mean time passed. What happened your year? Your year the president me we
no, yeah, or just me
because
not osiki opinion most of the time.
We are the more impeach president.
Yes.
Oh good. All right. Before some babano, the running mate of the 2 main political parties in Ghana, NDC and NPP. Yadi omu komo. Ya kan omo bakwasen, ya kan baby omu free, ya kan nyom track records, nyom omo ayene sa ne manuma nyina. Na no yedi nkomo bi no. Na mavoka so me man e do ma betina ha na yedi nkomo on the way so we felt say will be important. Say ye betimi asinkonwa mabunu afa adwene. Na more so and more importantly say time a mumunya akwanya edi school for animu no. Na Professor Jane Naana Opoku and na Minister of Education. Enti ye ba say ne decisions ni policy na sunsun so a we move free menye yi. You also experienced it. Muti, what prof reading are dear pan about you first time?
Sami ye bo Professor Jane Naana Opoku dia. In fact, me start aka say nyoma bebre eba madwin. Na they didn't kind of say me as a local NUX president and I me oba work university. Me say ye education minister e oba. Aya appointing no professor aya appoint na emede manka na me dada na emede pa because na me hu ne say oba ana maame aba be ye minister na ye koso no there was one thing or yeah anokwasem ye students ni ye ni anje utility bills, water and electricity. Na ye wo school no. Na aban ni tuya ye water bills and na ye electricity bills. Na ye wo wana letter buy from ye vice chancellor. Ofre yen say o person ye discuss issues. Ye koya Minister of Education ye professor. E di abase say no aban ni tuya utilities. Emma school public universities ebium. Inti your professor your vice chancellor kasa no in fact yantiase na someone to abioma how then is the school, how then is the university going to pay for these utility bills? So vice chancellor need to start questioning my and he said no, we do not think that at that moment in time the minister was being fair. We don't think that at that point she had our welfare at heart, because Saukache vice chancellors say muntia and as a ministers government need to utility bill. Na just say young students no and they was say mutia. In fact yanti ase and me as the leader no na yen leaders are na yen ye wo SRC president and NUX president me nti no yen say no we dey ye bibia yen to me nye, especially when we know senior ye students no ebre ansa na omutua omu school fees ye nim senior omu bre ansa na, in fact eduane cry, excuse me to say, ebi mu bedi no na aye din e wo campus. Ebi mu, yes, a good entrepreneurship, ebi mu to me ye ejuma 3-4 whilst in school, just to sustain themselves. And we knew all these because we were their leaders. Inti no esamba say ye tuya extra money. In fact, we fought against this. We fought against this vehemently. Ye throw letters. In fact, ye call national news body ho say yen take a resolution, say yen call demonstration. And no den sembe brave by ya. You say be mo koshisha see from the ministry. Oma masa demonstration yi amaso. Ni nyina no me as local news president of K University no man JJ mu me throw letter press conference yen to ya demonstration yen to ya press release and ye were in this hall. And no before ye free student leaders ni be omo different universities. Say omo be join ye na ye nkasa because the aye mame ede ye na the aye mame ede ba no enye nti ye press conference ye free say ye pese ye shia minister ye nya ho kwan da de bia ye be ko no ye say ye nko shia deputy.
That's what I wanted to ask. Say Sanu man cost na mun so your mame or your bad time ne Sanu man na musu ye man no. As a woman, I think you should connect to what effort na make you say even you are reaching out to her. Na ka what him nanya one din common. I don't know, I mean that's what I wanted to know. Did you make any effort towards that?
Me patrol. Efforts no. Yeah, we made several efforts
to meet her. To
meet her, even with the national executives. So that senior be your voice mu ebe din as student leaders of Ghana. Yen this school for you. We made several in fact efforts. Mrs. Tati obetumi aka because not a leader at that time.
Sure.
Baby I be ko bia me yesi yenko shia deputy. Nti no anya yende. Nesi no. Se nye sa de a yen students ne ye be kasa. Na abanyati. Because ye pese ye call onto ye pese ye resolve it. Because 900 cedis. What they about at that time?
900 cedis.
900 cedis. 2014.
For what? Utility bills.
Utility bills.
Oh, so you were paying the same as UCC2 were paying, but UCC not resident students were paying 900.
Yes, so resident students were paying 900 cedis,
and non-res
500. Yes.
The same for Kenya West.
Yes. Yes. Into UCC.
In addition to your school fees.
And it even came at a point na students na ka be 3 weeks for baby school. Yes. Not students in baby school. Our parents no crowd, they had not prepared. They didn't even know about it. So when the fee schedule came out, it was part of it.
Yes.
And it brought a lot of pressure on us as student leaders, like she's mentioned.
Into the press conference, ye try say ye be meeting ye mame ni just say Uncle si baby
Uncle si
na ministry no aye na dream say
tuya na se mutuya
tuya na wo say students ye tuya na wo say ye students ye bre na ye tuya ebi mo kwa defer on courses that year.
But you see, I have a little interest. My interest is your effort to meet her.
Yes.
How come it was not possible? I mean, it's was she not accessible? I mean, what was it? What was the hindrance?
She wasn't. That's one thing that I would say.
She was just not available.
Yes, she wasn't available. She wasn't available, and especially man na your work position. In fact, Philly said, mami aba as minister no. She was going to draw us closer to her, and even model us. We were seeing her as a role model because she's an educationist. She's a leader, and some of us aspire to be at her level. If she would bring us closer to her, decision be what as a ministry need take as women. How were we seeing it? How were we taking it? But nothing of that nature happened. Yes, summit. and now program be was school now you invited the ministry and a minister now we do not get her being represented in person. Well, so for me as a woman who be some say then I may remember about her. This is one of the main things I remember about her. Say, in fact, what your how near mani hunu and a brain students.
That's a serious statement.
Yes, a brain, and I'm saying this in when as my in my capacity as local NUCS president.
Sure.
Because me do I know na students yes, e bi mo be noki Evelyn Muti ye pay ebia my welfare package be say nebeya it will cushion us up because school fees are yet to and enye easy. Obi me say guy be ba me dem oba me dem ebe book to say opa ma choni school fees enye so this or defer cost no for 1 year. In fact, anytime I make asem we no eya na
you're getting emotional.
Yes, I'm getting emotional, and I remember how the gentleman came and make sure us said 20 for 900 cedis as a student. It wasn't easy. And
I remember there was a time there were this publication they knew in the people that some of these tertiary institutions were owing. So the ECGV wanted to cut power supply to some of these institutions. I think they need to Commander University or something.
Yes.
I don't know what Can University did you experience anything like that?
No. Yeah, now you're working at university there. We didn't have anything of that sort. The only letter ne buy na vice chancellor na opeso church we say e ka wo ho.
Okay.
E ka aba na ka na wo ho dinti no government e de aba say ye ankasa ye ntua ye utility bill.
Now you were a national officer at that time. You were a national officer at that time.
Yes.
NUCS financial controller.
Yes.
How was it like, the pressure? I mean, possibly, Muti as a local NUCS president, no, maybe for want of better word, ne level no form, but no one campus. You were a national officer. So if you are no making an effort to read the woman was difficult. Maybe you more the Abia Mutimi. Now Mutimi and Common Call say, and the Kuri say.
Me da say, no credit say that also no ding because while students ne frail on these issues no campuses no like the local NUCS reps no frail no we try as much as possible to reach out to the ministry, and it was like decision where you are taking the into issue ne why e betumi aya found ye can be bia say common train signer ye consulting students so that they will be aware. And then they will prepare. The parents will also prepare. In fact, CC na your call Kumasi, Winneba. That day was very heated. It was seriously heated. That was a day now.
Uncle decided. They okay, won't you ask? What Uncle Nuxisi da? Look at the heated da. You understand?
Yeah, because that day the student leaders from all the various universities they just didn't want to come to terms with us. Say ebe agree say sa de no kra enkoso. Until that day no kra na form a demonstration committee. And funny enough I was even the chair
for the demonstration committee.
Yes. And we wanted to do the demonstration in Kumasi and in Accra. So over here we did the arrangements, went to Accra, we did the arrangements, we wrote to the police, we did everything because to dialogue, but we were still not getting the results. What I say? To the extent say police commander now at that time Emma any ministry no cry by still the minister herself by any the deputies ni because now kaya nti Emma even post student leaders ni bi no cry no adwin bi bom tiri say bi cry na national no just say so ya bribe minister cry me who no. That's why now be say what in in leadership you have to influence.
It's about influence.
It's about influence. So as a woman and as a leader, we needed to feel her influence. But we didn't.
How did her leadership influence you?
And that is what I'm saying. I wasn't influenced. In fact, I didn't feel. And truth be told, I can even say I don't even remember her because we never had an interaction with her. In all this brouhaha with yes.
No, that was something I wanted to ask. So, as a NUCS leader, national NUCS leader, you never met the woman as a Minister of Education?
No. And like she was even
was a meeting now went to me and Kobe. We late. We be.
Oh, they be. Said I made sure no. Na me na me demonstration committee check. PD Ocho.
Yes.
Idi kan binti me ni PD Ocho ni na ye meeting no any all those things. Inti meeting be mbio na ye hu. Alex Chame.
Yeah.
Say no ye or yes. We met them with the police commander and everything. We never met her. And so if we are meeting the deputies and the decision is that this is the like we wanted to, we couldn't. So that's why I'm saying that when it comes to influence, leadership is you have to influence, but there was nothing like that.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. For this is you stake. Mabru chefa ne say e wa man yosem ene sa no ma e koso nyina. Na nia abusuan 40 o mo ka no. Futu am de be man me nua no mo tia no mo hwe nyina so ne say se wonya akwanya bia se wudi nkofu bia ni ma abusuan for do your best because who names or china bi na wo sa be pesa nkofo na amo abio e no motie kan kakum ya gino abo na nkasa anum omo say as a man omo serve under the woman Professor Jane Naana Opoku student leaders never in their lives had opportunity of meeting the woman despite several efforts they made. And Abuja for more canon made it because I was news president, me feel on a mobile. Same as it happened to us. Every effort to meet the woman was not possible. Every effort to meet the woman was just not possible. To bet I caught a chin and prophecy chat at complaining but so Benana can't be a chain there. Okay. Now as a trend be koso. Na trend there koso ne say. Nancy Joe Biden appointed a female, Kamala Harris, as the running mate. And a basa, I'm seeing your political party and this for any AG because it occurs say the same thing almost why say baby Druno. We are calling for women empowerment. Kwaben the first one a man so anya bibi papa ade. Enti na say e asempa say NDC for so appointed Oba as running mate. Generally, what do you say about this?
Well, a good thing. Say you be appointed ma to certain positions. But even as a then student leader, I didn't want to be voted for because me Oba.
You didn't want to be voted for because of your Oba?
No.
Reason? Because
just as my male counterparts, I should possess certain qualities and competences.
Okay.
Nkofobe jinaso.
Okay.
Okay. In my elections, this is what I'm saying, no. UPS CJ no. You first have to be voted for by the whole student population. Subsequently, nkofo 5 na ye win no. Na wababe lobby. Wababe ye obi bia no mo say
what you can do and all that.
Amongst 8 men, I was part of the 5. Amongst 5 men, they were able to have confidence in me to choose me as their leader. It was me can say but I
know UPSC
because
no nim
exactly,
but nim
exactly. And my power call him say be say you know na different. And fast forward Nook's election, just like your male counterpart, we went everywhere.
Sure.
I contested a very keen gentleman from UCC,
sure,
who had a lot of resources and everything, but you have to show competence. It's me Jin say Professor Naana Opoku herself would be happy. Say obi bejina baby aka say yento mano because oyoba.
Okay. So who feel say it is the meaning for somebody Becca say to man because of me yoba?
It is very insulting. Excuse me to say that because
really?
Yes, because women have capacities. Women have capabilities. Women have the
What was that to deliver and do what
to
they want
deliver
to
and do? You see, women that I've seen them being voted for in student leadership, I would say, they didn't get there because they went around telling people that no. That's why I'm even saying that she herself, I'm not sure. she can't have that mindset.
Okay.
That,
but Tita, what do you make of what she said? Do you think same or call for local nooks, KUST? You'd never say may your buy and want to mommy.
Sammy, one thing I'm can say, Uba Ghana ha is a fact. Say women are more, about 51% of Ghana. Now, it's also a fact, very obvious that we women, we are underrepresented, especially when it comes to governance. And you know, as a woman, I'm always happy. Say, me who say oba, ewo position bimo. Position that is effecting change. Position na edit development, but position na impacting on other lives. That is the basics of the whole discussion. Now, say Usha from the Fourth Republic of Ghana. Ye nya running mates in ma bebre omaba. In fact, Professor ye the 8th running mates oba.
Oh really?
Yes, we've had 7.
7.
Yes, before
already.
Her, yes.
Who are they?
Oh, before her it's where they say Professor Na Afale Sakifio.
There has been a professor.
Yes, professor.
Female.
Yes, professor female. Professor Na. Yes, Afale Sakifio, running mate for Kwabena Darko.
Kwabena Darko. Oh, yes. Okay. 1992.
1992.
Okay.
See, over Fourth Republic in India.
It's a quadruple so amount much.
Yes.
That man, yeah.
Dini de omodoso. Omo ye professor kan omo ye 8. Na say oh share we mu nyina background. In fact, Madam Ivaloko. Share the background pa. Me say nyame mesua engineering no school. Inti na Miss Ivaloko you be ana I looked up to her. When you go to GBC, the way she ran GBC, and in fact, she was even the part of the first engineers who worked on the first color TV, the infrastructure in Ghana. Miss Ivaloko.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So, Uko Ima 7 in Echia and other women in governance Echia. In fact, most of them have very good, records. So, Mimi Huni say, as a woman, say, Nyameya Dom na say, unya opportunity. And your man you that opportunity, no. And say, unya that opportunity, say, ube lady as a minister, especially professor. Naana Opoku Ajiman, or your educationist. Unya that opportunity, you have to use it to impact lives. A woman say, oh, you're professor, work on all the summits, why your publications, and that is self-development. And no, you have developed yourself, and that is what a lot of women or a lot of human beings on earth hope to achieve. But the question comes in as, okay, unya position, as minister, no? How did you impact lives? How did the decisions you took, those decisions you took at that time, how did it bring joy and peace to the people? Into me as Obano, who be Samia, may come election and your bar, and yes, me your bar into Anna because obi your bear mantina when winning. No, and it shouldn't be the case. It's not about gender. It shouldn't be about gender because Ufa President Mahama, former President Mahama, now President Nana Akufo-Addo. Say Obian Bisa who is a man and who is a better man. No, sure. It is never about the gender. It is about yes, the candidature, what they are bringing on board, what they are bringing to the table. So say ye women ye per se. Yes, we should forget about we expecting to be favored because we are women.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That is something I believe in so much. We should hope that people will look, firstly, say your track record, the amount, even if it was position, kitwa cry, how did you manage it?
Good.
Secondly, position now opese obano, what is your vision? Vision be na ukita. Ubetumi they are implementing that vision that you are bringing on board. And so for me as a woman, ubi sami say gender, me dey make catch say yes, gender is important. We women, we are underrepresented, and so it is. I mean, it is good news. It is joyous for us to see women holding very, critical positions. Okay. That should be said president. Oh yes. Oh yes, it can happen.
But you should be considered on your capability and capacity to deliver.
Yes, very good. That is the fact of it. That's the fact of it. As I said, no, Miss Eva Loko in engineering, Mimi say I look up to her. What I say, yes, because I hope say that she be no men so metunya ye bibia ye in engineering. If you are ebia or baby in education and you feel say professor, because she has a lot of achievements in terms of her personal growth in education. Oh yes, you can look up to her.
Mutinta, can you really tell us you have not, as an engineer, you have not been favored in any way as a female for you to have been able to maybe rise through the ranks to where you are? I mean, being considered, you rose up based on your own study, your capability and all that to become an engineer.
Oh yes, I honestly question where I would be some, it's throwing my mind back. I may person me recollect it on. I mean, yeni me man in the senior. Yeni omo neko failed. Yeni omo neko failed. Yeni omo netete office. Ye juma, and we all bring ideas on how to, if there's a challenge, if there's a challenge, and found say or bamboo your ban or back or bemancy, you befa idea now they ban. No, it doesn't happen like that. Not at all.
Okay. All right. Abusha, for this you stake, and I believe you are enjoying the program. Thank you so much. We're having your comments. We'll have time to read them. We have your feedback. Have time to read them. And they are discussing the running mates of MPP and NDC. I have a message here that somebody has sent, and me read them their comment this message. So I'll say, I think the comparison between Prof Naana Opoku and Dr. Bawumia is a difficult one because both are on different pedestal. However, both are contesting vice president. I'm trying so hard to identify any success chalked by the eminent professor. It was during her time that I worked for 16 months as a teacher, but was paid only 3 months. This is Daniel Amankwa from the Kwai Besiansi. And he continues, my brother, I am advocate of women empowerment, but this professor represents nothing but hardship and difficulty.
Yes.
Rejoice. I want to ask this as former judicial committee chairperson of UPSA. You take a decision, and you were talking about the fact that you decided on a certain matter and you didn't sleep. At your usual place, you had to go and sleep somewhere else. Yeah. What do you make of what comment that the Munche 3 passed on the judges? Because you were a judge then, and the trust on your life and people trust in your life, and this woman came in to advocate that those people should be freed. As a mother, I think you agree, say, bad time there or why am here? Say these people are going through difficulty. They say sign petition, so they have to. I mean, don't you sync with her? Don't you agree with those steps she took? And I'm asking also because you are also a former judge of UPSA.
Brasame, no credit eba kope. Bible no crack say akwalaya adenya, like we should teach the child the way to go, so that when they grow they will not depart from it. What happened was a situation to correct some things that were happening around that period.
The judge's life were threatened with rape.
Exactly. So there is no justification whatsoever. Oh.
So your bad time.
As a woman,
yes.
To say, we your bad time tina o feeling like people have stolen yam and they've been imprisoned.
Okay.
Then they should all be allowed to go home.
Okay.
And even yam matter crying you. The things that they spoke about, everybody condemned it in Ghana. It was very distasteful, and I wouldn't even want to sit here to even reiterate what they said, because it was just bad. And as a woman who was a leader, and knowing the difficulty in which even women face in Ghana or even in Africa to rise to the position of she being a Chief Justice.
Really? Yeah. It's not small.
You should have empathy. Leadership is also about, she should have just empathized with the woman. If it was her, every other woman would have also supported that this gentleman should be punished. So that is a simple position. There was no justification, because it is serious. It is very serious. And I hear that there are arguments going around that she felt she had to do that because she was a mother. That's I think it's just an afterthought, and it is
what don't you think that, I mean, give some credit to her about having that motherhood sentiment, say, oh, he has to do something. And on the other side, can you also tell us maybe a threat on women empowerment? I mean, that particular action, what's
in fact, Muntie 3 issue nearby, CJ, the way and manner these 3 young men.
You when you message, we can say E40, same as with you.
The way 3 young men handle, in fact, the man handled the Chief Justice at the time. Now, yes, court ruling nearby a day, 3 way, a convicted omo. Now, we had our mother coming up, signing that they should be released. In fact, I don't think it was in the right direction. Someone like me, now me expect to say what our professor could have done or should have done was say obe reprimand these 3 gentlemen publicly.
Really?
Yes. And I'm saying so.
Why do you say that?
Because Ushe CJ na, she's equally a mother, if not a grandmother. And yen in ban yan afena ye basono. We are hoping to, achieve some of the things they have achieved in their personal lives. We are hoping to get somewhere, where we can cause and effect good change.
Sure.
And so if you have gentlemen bringing up such comments about your fellow woman, and you do not stand up against that, I think it's not in good taste. I don't think it's in good taste at all. Say mame, ebetumi aba back. Abeka say, signing at that time, no one year. Yemu bi. Ebeye yende.
Oh, really? So you're calling the prof to come back?
Yes.
To really tell Ghanaians that I did not sign in 1 year?
Yes. Ye mistakes.
Is there a call? Is there a call you're pleased?
Yes, ye mistakes. I will reassess. What I say? And yes, and she said, "Oba out." She say, "No, she's coming in as a running mate, and in fact, position just her nomination, is making people see say indeed women are getting ready to run the affairs of this nation."
Okay.
When you read her CV, I have taken my time
to read her CV.
Yes. And to me, publications are why in developing herself. And I say, she said, signing that's Muntie 3 issue where in fact me de dia me kan ni say ka ombra back no nka say wanye ni yie na on apologize to the CJ. Yes,
fellow woman.
Yes, a fellow woman, because if this continues, then women empowerment na ye kano. Say na ye kano.
And here you were, the CJ was just about doing his own normal duties as a judge.
Exactly. Yes, internet is one kasa wo ye we juma. Aban dia show say ye, and I say you are in the right direction, normal course. Na say obi kan those derogatory comments about you and your fellow woman. Eba out. Ebe sign say, oh, omo ayenyo ya chi omo atunpa. And I punish you omo
for doing that.
Emra kwine so no, they should be released. Manka mame boy. Professor, ye mame, me pacho. Se utie mi a, me pacho. Bra, na be apologize to yen CJ. A former CJ. Na publicly no mamun say 3-4 ni who say the omo ye no omo anye ni ye. Now going forward when more repeat sad any that because
so taking from it means that they will still feel say we can go and do same and still be free.
Oh yes, and that is my fear. Well, that is my fear because generation a year back up no. And as you've said, work bisa questions be brave, say women, gender ni nyoma. Na ye ba up obi ya de say obema kwa na omo ye ya no na ni fellow obema e ba ye be kaya. It is still not right.
Nook's motto education is a right, not a privilege.
Yes.
Nook's motto, education is a right, not a privilege.
Yes.
In the midst of that, you realize that we took it from the Constitution of Ghana.
Yeah.
We talk about free education. How do you consider if you were national leaders now? Do you consider the free SHS and all that? I mean, vis-a-vis the Nooks motto, but whoever has even led Nooks, who free Mokrana said, you call the Nooks. What you say? How do you consider the Nooks motto vis-a-vis? I mean, what's going on with free SHS? Yes, okay. Financial controller, former.
Yes, no free SHS no 2008. Yet says even then we were not student leaders. We were still in senior high school. But nyame bi mo yehu e was senior high school no. Yet say education can be made free for everyone in Ghana no. No etoya sum ye pa around that time. But say ye de o say anya ye de o. That time na ye ntumi nto aba. Na mpenifo na edi enim na omokoto ye na omo anto ama. Fast forward 2016. Free SHS now. Anya abaso. No ebi mo aye argument bebre na ye nsisi schools ansa na ye we ana ebi mo betumi etua nti maye yiyimu la yiyimu na no betumi etua na betua na ba no ne say data papa ben krampo ne ye wo Ghana ha enye ne a omo ye digitization ye Ghana card ye Ghana Post ye we ye tin ene nyama ye di gather information about Ghanaians. How are you going to tell say bia rasa mo ti hwe wo betumi etua me ntumi ntua?
Sure.
Education is supposed to be free for all.
Look, say it's a right.
It's a right. And rights, it shouldn't be treated like a privilege.
Yeah.
Right is right. So you cannot tell me that I can pay. Somebody cannot pay. Meanwhile, you don't even have proper data to tell who can pay and who
It's my right. It's my right.
It's
you don't tell whether I can
exactly.
pay or I don't pay. It's my right.
Exactly.
Exactly. Car. You don't tell me someone say some beautiful car be munti no. Because I'm in a beautiful car.
Ena near ya woman say ebi mu a omu de chire a omu tumi kekanya mafa free SHS we say enye enwose ebe ye ne nyama no omu bebre no kra no omu nya asa opportunity no.
Sure.
And you know the painful part of it is that the market woman or the woman whose child doesn't have the opportunity to go to the free senior high school or to have quality education or even education at that time, they made it possible for some people to sit in schools, in classrooms to learn. Their taxes that they were paying made it possible for some people to sit in classrooms. Yet today, you do not want everyone to have access. Free SHS, per the data that we have, has doubled enrollment. So do you want to tell me that the youth of this country should be left, like half of these people should be left sitting at home?
They were talking about quality compared to accessibility. I mean, you talk about quality, accessibility, and affordability. So what we're talking about is fine. Let's just take time. Let's make the thing quite.
Brass, I mean, time.
Yeah.
Time waits for no man. We'll say you're entering 5 years and now 20 years. But let's say even 5 years. So for the double of everybody.
And also, I'm saying 20 years.
Into the main fun process a shorter duration. So for all these students who are now in school, do you know the repercussions of those things?
Even on the nation.
Exactly, on our economy. Because an educated society creates an educated workforce. People will be able to have good livelihood. They will have meaning to even live. You see, this free senior high school thing it is, you know, for some people it is just politics. But for some of us it is not politics. Because whilst in school, no, who to me who say, me say, brasa me boni din. But na me work form 2, no. Ye mu bi na say ye kaya de no na che say ye bre, but gentleman bi ana ne papa ne na ebe school. Na brasa me mattress na gentleman ne de ebe school na won. One ne papa che so mo na mo se papa no bra wa bre ansa no tumi tu akwa ne fees. It's mattress ne ka wan top se mattress ne ka se mattress bi a asend na obi a da so san or the body
ni penny pa na di we school no mo di
asha no se me tumi de me ba ne be school a say na me ti ye kra na ye tumi akwa we ye tumi hwe no. Nti ene a ade aba access, everybody will have equal rights.
Good.
To go. We don't have to speak evil about it because this is progress. And as a country, they make us politicians or when you use ask we are free SHS now. It will still go to a politician's pocket.
It will go somewhere.
Because for all the years that we've done,
it will go somewhere.
So let's use it to educate our people, to get our people. They Singapore. What did they do? What did they do? They had an educated workforce.
Sure.
And today they are reaping the effect of it and the benefits. We are not seeing it today, but 5 years to come, we will see the effect of this free senior high school. So robbery cases and everything will even drop because hitherto this student would just be around. Even child birth, early child birth and those things. Because akwanu so ko school and no cre obi wie junior high school. Any obi owe senior high school, who has a better chance at life? Because who senior high school, you can decide in 5 years, you still go and write matured entrance and go. But 10 years, akwala will be BEC. Now we're into me and senior high school. Which kind of future does that child have? Or which kind of opportunity have we created for that
not person? Possible.
Yeah, just say or say possible.
No, if it wasn't possible, I mean within that time.
But it takes visionary leaders to envision something and work at it.
And bring it to reality.
No matter how difficult it will be, you will still see that, you know, because one thing that I was happy about in 2016, like I will even speak about 2016 election. In the 2016 election, you know, the basic education was defined as finishing at the junior high school level. And the then candidate, Akufo-Addo, he said the basic should be extended to the senior high school. And it really got me because, you see, education gives you opportunities.
Sure.
It's not as if education will make you, like, say, but you know, my Pastor Mensa Otabo, the series be na or preaching or church in the corridors of power. Wait me akweti. The part 3 spoke about access to the corridor, and it is language and communication. You see, without education, without understanding what is going on around you, you will be lost. So we are supposed to hold this thing and then educate our youth, because it will really help the country.
Thank you so much. Several messages, and I need to take time and read some of them. Just take some time and take some water, and then I'll come back to you. This one says, the ladies are very eloquent and intelligent. That's a good one.
Thank you.
Brew Jebi. Was it vote for Nanado? I say, these girls are talking very well. I'm sure they can go far. Leadership, Charles Kokode. Okay. Okay, please, we want everyone to enjoy and understand the program. So kindly let your guests speak more tree from Coke, Kumasi.
We are doing our best.
Okay.
We do our best.
Okay, so we have the call lines that you can call in at this time and receive you. Please, when you call, kindly turn off the volume of your TV set. Turn off the volume of your TV set and let's have a good discussion. And just as our ladies have done, we've been very civil language, come up to facts, no insult, nothing. Don't say something that will mar the whole program. So please, you can place in your call. Hello. Hello. Pacho Bodina ne kasa. Yeah, for say. Thomas. Pacho online no munya nti ye niye na sabra bio.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, you are welcome. Pacho Bodina ne kasa.
I am Jabin Samuel.
Jabin yankoswa.
Jumeje no mo de ne ma no ma ya de se do bi di test by no. Brofo no edoso. Na oje Yura Mahama ne professor. Eze Mahama ojina professor echi. Presidential candidate ne running mate won enim no no what echi. Mon chire ne ma youth ne ntia se Omuni di pebia de Magana. Okay.
Yo, yes, you are. This one will say this streaming live from China. I'm a PhD Nigeria economic student in China. The ladies' analysis are superb. Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yes, please. Bodina Yentio.
Maybe Adam
Yankoso. I don't feel free.
Nepetu wasakupon.
Wasakupon edas yento aso.
Mini anu so o man ya de pa. Ya min som.
Amen.
Some say na ya pese yete.
Edasi.
Na education, no free education, mo ho ye maye. Because them amenum bi wa ha. O ka se o mon ti ase. Nti o ma chi ni no so no mon tire mu pa.
Yo.
For nana.
Yedasi adom ya min shira. Bye bye. I say good evening, my big brother. Thank you for bringing this program to us. Was she not a mother when she asked students to pay the utility bills? Nanaya Kumase. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. I was your body na yentoaso.
I'm beginning to come up because I saw the no quadra.
But I don't quadra so you.
Ordinal quadra.
Yo.
Me bo man about to pa. The minister rabbi Yankopon mo money say. Ombi o madwum no ombi o nkiatem.
Amen.
Na de ti oni no rabbi mo nkodu no ndai ni packet na dwumpa no wo buti no mo fa mo akofo.
Amen.
Rabbi shout so program mo nkoso anye na help Ghana na.
Yeah, that's it. We say hello, you take on Untumi TV. Please, I'm urging the youth of Ghana to vote in President Akufo-Addo and Bawumia. I'm streaming live from UK. Bethnal Green. Thank you. Hello, caller. Pacho Bodina. Chema Bia Kasefri. Good evening.
The family Bedini Kazetu Sunyama.
The Dumbacho Yantuaso.
The born not before about it. The movie she did more of the school. The brave, the Muslim, no more.
Yo, Yadasi Yadu. Bye bye.
Hello.
Bye. Yeah, hello.
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 Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Pacho Dini, Baby Kasefri.
A family no make a few questions in Takrade.
Kwasimiti Takrade. No, we at you.
The sisters, no, you can one who denied the Omaya there. Yami strong. Yami don't be virtue.
Amen.
How and you may make sure, a mark when Yaji.
Amen.
Madam Wasipa.
Ushrame Manas Arms Meniaji. Okay. That's Unia. Hello. Hello. Okay. So callers now I mean reading messages nibi.
Hello.
Hello, yes.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. All right.
Hello.
Yeah, Pacho Etio.
Good evening.
Good evening, Pacho D. Hello, Pacho Etio. Busuya. Mr. Ofrea. Na what lower TV no. Dum volume no cry. Make say dum TV but dum volume no cry. You volume the film. Na kasa e bete won kan. Why? Na conversation na ye. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening. Pacho Odini baby akasa free.
Pacho mi flusi adantia mi afi me for kusami.
Papi san dansi anu aso. Yo.
Ah.
Me cha anu aso fo nyina.
But the man can be one. I just say, Mamma, no things that you be and this between beyond the by you.
Also now there we are about I'm here to one no.
Because two years in American school fees, one to be a cat or month or month any idea.
Sure.
That's the NDC chair movie have a minute to buy.
Mate, yeah, that's it, Sammy. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Okay. Good evening.
Pacho Bodina baby akasa free.
No, so your family also dark. Look at it, it's not the answer.
Pacho yankasa.
Maybe I'm very young, Cafe. You don't want to know, but I'm not sure the mama near Makuma Tomian. I'm not my own. I'm going to let me do was a man after the man to I'm saying that you should not my answer.
Sure.
The trouble. I'm not you and place of wrong. And not so I'm cutting.
Am I feeling also wrong?
The can't say anything on the piano. I let that I'm doing that. You said school from if you want to hear without watching.
Yo, yes, yeah, that was a pa. Hello, caller.
Hello, yes, sir.
Pacho Odi, anybody akasa free.
Pacho, yes, sir. I'm a worker.
But appear it you.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm a worker.
Pacho appear it you.
I'm a bomb.
Omudas.
I'm encouraging my account about things. May encourage my almost move you say, or many of my own share the young man. But you say, almost the phone kind of one more for another so and
Yeah, that's appear. All right, me two messages neso. Where's your friend on Mavis? Makafu Deku. And on the I admire the smiles of the ladies, especially the black one. Good evening. You guys are looking good. Keep educating us. I am Theresa from Koforidia. Theresa answer does it. Saturday be a bomodianity. I'll say hi. Good evening. I am Asodem from Kwawu Bepong. O message no pacho onye clear. If you can come again. Okay, I say please, can I stand up to salute Dr. Bawumia when talking about Ghana development? He is the replica of Dr. Nkrumah. Pacho, yeah, that's what you also think. Okay. Say, I salute you and the entire team. Today's program has reminded me of something I studied in political marketing, which states that political candidates are measured on the basis of their personality, competence, and track record. All these elements point to the fact that Professor Jane Naana Opoku Agyeman can't in any way be compared to Dr. Bawumia. The Science and Data campaign will indeed expose NDC. Keep up with the good work. From Nana Nkrumah, Kenya say Kwabri. Muti, we are just at the dying embers, and would want to know anything you want to tell young people. I think Manya messages from callers and the American how they appreciate and some more cultural. If a young lady beat you, somebody who's going to vote for the first time when you're 18 or you're 19 years, well, he's torn between the two. At the end of 1 year, he's thinking about the future. As a former student leader who want to inspire more and more people, not only females but males as well, how do you want us to end? What note? What do you want to tell the people?
Okay, that's the say yeah, baby. First, now I would want to apologize to our viewers and our listeners. Say yen to me anka tree bebre ewo program so, but nyame wo ho ye besua tree no ye na ya can next time no ye ba mo ni beje. Now moving on, no, the youth of today. In fact, we are the future, and the aye bia no e wo say ye de ye hu shem say school na wo say juma na wusua wo say o ye juma so afa ohu nyina hyemu sua ade no to na hu say ade a wusua no e ye dachi binti na wusua say ye fra wo baby a say bra na be ma idea on whatever you have studied, and now say whatever you have learned say trade kwa na wo ya tine wo hu na yi wakomemu na ye na wo ne say ye na wo ye no nyame na eni we si ho enye wo nipa ana enye nipa bi nti whatever benefits or achievements you are doing no money impacted lives to the youth of Ghana today are omutie this program pamwacho. Give your best in whatever you are doing. Election na ye kono come December memma obi emfa sika anase adada asembia endada na onto aba emmo bia ye man position no one famwa nipa one famwa the youth one famwa emba me pamwacho bebre ase ye close e wrap it up no nyame hwemo so na mo hwemo husu yie na dachi bi no we will all be great and meet up there. Madam Wasi bebre.
Okay. Medasi Muti. Former CG, former FC. As we are about ending, assemble now pese woka. Echre 84.
Okay, yeda 84 ase. Say omoni ye nyina no more kai on my higher program way successfully. But Mary Muno, Nyame can say Minu animal ma, any minu animal mema. Muda chinti, and I ne ye free baby, I bet na hanum say, ye nemo ebe kikanya maybe. Na ya trim wa dream is nyame biso. Education key ebetumi aboa ama ye mind we mu no bibia be ye fe na bibia be ye fe e wo ye mind we mu. Education is a propeller to the development of our country. And me pese me ntwe mo adwin si bibi so I think say Yera Mahama any Professor Naana Opoku by because I believe say mainly because MPP flagship program no free education. Says so Yera Mahama any Nichi
the running mate.
The running mates.
Yeah.
Professor Jane Naana Opoku. One more kanyama bebre. Say double track na ye ba ye be ye free ho we ba ye be ye free ho ye be ye we. So swan pass some be nyama sa ye free ho no mo a. Nka 2016 Ebrana Yera Akufado kan say obeye sa nyama we no. Suggestions bi wo ho no ma wo sen komo mfema. Ba na ntwa so mo be kan say nyama sei no entumi nye ejuma. Because then I make kind of be saying say nyama we e bibia e betumi aboa ye man no nti bibi say e ba as opening and what's so begina baby and that time na Yera Mahama cry current president at his level no na what's enko betumi kra kasa and a professor so no ye minister of education and as a minister of education no is like you are the mouthpiece wona oka aban education hu nyama enti me mom de na en wo so nko mekasa but double track ne kran na temporal measure bia current aban ne de to ho say yen fe hwe se de be enrollment no bebre no nkwala ne nyina betumi akọ
sure
enti ye daachi hye ensem me nuano ne madofo say that prof be kano no Madam
Rejoice, that's it. Yes, you that's papa. Papa, when message was sending me, what send there. Was it if John Mahama wins the incoming elections, I will totally stop teaching and quit my job. Alex, I say we teach our Franklins, a friend Alex. Now, message was sending why yes. Good evening. A former education minister who destroyed things concerning our education sector wants to be given another opportunity as vice president. Oh my God. No comment because I believe her past records will reflect on her current appointment. I am Ajekum Benjamin from Adansefria Moase. Ajekum was a man can be afraid of my kind. So what to Abusia for my young message na mo fanche. Na me bring time no so. Ohwa asoma wi. Yeda your producers and your cameraman Fred Christian and then my watching my program called successfully. Lady Diana, yes. Any call for some by Reverend George first and then Mutinta any na Namishramu. We did the same benefit. Say who enjoy program we are. Wait till you hear what's coming next week. Next week will be awesome. Next week will be powerful. Inti say obi anhwe a 20 bakron kra say nyambo next week. E bo 4 pe no 9. Onyemre wontie. This has been the Youth Take. God bless you for listening to us and watching us. Have a nice evening. Good night.